Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Paul.
Morning.
Welcome. Bloody welcome.
Morning.
Yeah, all right.
Morning.
It's enough. One can do too much of a good thing.
Morning.
Thank you. Welcome. Bienvenue. Willkommen. Oh, it's windy. It's breezy.
Windy City.
I think Mary Poppins is going to be blowing in quite soon. Yes. More about that later. Why did you laugh at that, Paul?
Oh, I just put Mary Poppins and blowing in together, and my mind went somewhere
into
else.
the gutter. Your mind went into the gutter. So, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's
Sunday Chat.
That's right. Do you have to do that so loud?
Do
Paul?
what?
It was very loud this morning.
Oh, it's very loud.
My ears feel quite sensitive.
Do they?
I think it's the time of year.
They look quite big to me.
What?
Yeah, like sort of aerials. Maybe what are they what are they like, the Arecibo receiver?
Are you saying my ears look like a radio telescope dish?
No.
I'll get you back for that later. Yours aren't that small and dainty. Yours aren't exactly tiny little seashells, are they? No.
He sells seashells.
She sells.
I'm being gender balancing here.
No, you're not. You're saying he.
I know.
They sell
seashells on the seashore. Seashells, there aren't any more.
So you don't know the rhyme properly.
I can't remember it though.
So let's move on swiftly. So first item on the agenda is, what is it? Weather. It's been stunning.
It has been. However, that's meant more watering at the plot.
Everything has been dry. I did a little garden clear up the other day.
Little.
Well, yeah, I know, but things are going to be done in the next month or so. Once the car has been cleared from the driveway.
Oh yeah, the car is going. But you always do your garden clear up. You start the day or so after all of our green waste has been taken away.
What?
Well, the green waste day is every fortnight, and you always sort of start after. If you'd started the weekend before, we could have had it all taken away by now.
I'm not really sure what you're saying, Paul. You're accusing me of something. I feel rather attacked right now.
Oh no, tears!
Anyway, weather, beautiful blue skies, sun, breezy.
Very breezy.
Gorgeous for September. I think we've said this before, it's a stunning September.
It is. There have been quite a few gusts this week. I think the breeze at the moment is around like 22, 25 kilometres, but we were getting up to 42, 45 gusts the other night, weren't we?
Yeah, and we could hear it whistling down the chimney.
It was whistling.
Isn't it funny how some people from certain areas of the country say things like chimbly.
Chimbly, yeah.
And chimney.
Yeah, I say chimney.
Isn't that funny?
I think it's hilarious.
Is it a dialect thing?
Well, yeah, I suppose so. It's what you've grown up with, isn't it?
But chimbly is wrong, isn't it?
Well, it is wrong, yes. Yeah.
I just thought I'd pop that in there. Talking about chimblies, what's another job you've got to put on your list of things to do, Paul?
I need to climb up the chimney and give it a sweep.
I think we should hire a small child to do that for us.
Well, that's what used to happen.
That's right.
That is what used to happen.
Just think, when this house
was built,
they would have had children scurrying up the chimneys.
Yeah.
To clean them.
On a rope, standing at the top,
They weren't
pulling
on a rope, were they?
pulling the children up.
No way.
Well, I don't know.
What, they went up with a brush or used
went
their
up
bodies?
with a brush,
Did they use their bodies to clean the chimney?
And of course, that takes us back to Mary Poppins, really, doesn't it?
It does. Nice, neat circle looping in. And talking of Mary Poppins, I feel rather dry.
Well, I think you are rather dry, always.
No, I do. I feel rather dry. And I think I would have appreciated a nice cup of something to go with Sunday Chat.
Sunday chat.
Maybe we should summon our new housekeeper.
Yes, because I don't have to do that anymore. We have a housekeeper now.
Mrs. Danvers.
Yes.
Mrs. Danvers!
We don't call her Mrs. We just call her Danvers. Danvers!
Tea, please.
Danvers! Danvers!
Tea, please, Danvers.
Thank you. Don't spill. Don't spill.
You can go back to the cellar now. Thank you. Lovely.
We're not paying her yet. We've got her on trial.
Yeah, she's on trial for about a month.
I don't think she's doing that well, really.
Well,
She doesn't like sleeping in the shed. I don't know why.
And
Apparently she says she's got a lovely shed elsewhere, but she doesn't like ours.
She's got a room in the cellar. She should be grateful with that.
I think that's a bit upmarket at the moment, really. When someone's on trial, it's only been a day.
I think for the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed it's not our new housekeeper.
Isn't it?
No.
Who is it?
Paul, we've moved on now.
Oh.
It's the lovely Vivi Gregory.
Aww.
Yes. We've kidnapped her for a couple of days to be our slave. Let's bring in the lovely Vivi Gregory, adjust the scene so we can shoehorn her in the corner.
Yeah, just over there.
Vivi Gregory, everybody.
I think she's gone away.
She's gone.
She's got the half.
Oh no, she's here.
She's got the half now.
It's...
Am I allowed to come and sit here now?
You are. Come.
Excuse me.
Come.
Excuse me.
Further down.
You know those people when they walk past a BBC film
That was a
thinking
nice
they're
shot.
invisible. That was my bottom.
That was a good shot. So, we'll be back in 1 second when we've readjusted. So, yes, we have our lovely, lovely Vivi with us.
Well, she's not just our lovely, lovely Vivi.
Well, she is.
No, I am. I'm owned
Yeah.
since 2017.
Copyright, Richard and Paul.
Yeah. Could you copyright a person? If you're a parent,
Yeah.
could you copyright your child because you created them?
Oh,
I know that's not on the list.
Could
Sorry,
you do
Richard.
the
Richard's going to go
DNA?
mad now because that's not on his list.
What do you mean?
Copyright the DNA, you
But you know,
could.
so I don't know.
Image rights, you can get image
Yeah.
rights.
Yeah, if your child was famous.
Image rights.
I just love the idea of copyrighting your child, and then as your child grows up, every time they want to do anything, they have to pay their parents.
Oh, that's
So,
I
so if
see.
they want to get married, to be at this service with their name and their presence, they have to pay their parents for use of themselves for the day.
That's a sort of role reversal, because it used to be who paid for weddings traditionally?
He was the father of the bride.
The father of the bride, yeah, which of
That's
course
mental.
doesn't.
I think you're
really
harking
old-fashioned.
back to the children up the chimney.
Yeah.
Really, because the children would have been hired out, wouldn't they?
Yeah, and the parents
they?
would get paid.
They would have taken the money.
So
Yeah,
like,
they would,
so if
yeah.
you copyright your child, when your child say, you know, leaves university and gets a fantastic job, you know, they're earning £2 an hour, fantastic. That money the employer pays the parent because they've got the copyright.
Yeah, there we are.
What do you think?
There you go. That's an idea for any of you who are about to plan a family.
Isn't that basically slavery?
You know, it's
Yeah.
copyright.
It's copyright, yeah. I think there's a lot of slavery in copyright.
It would be trademarking your child, wouldn't it?
We do trademark as well, and actually you could probably stamp the T sign
Tattoo
there,
it.
or and the C and the T.
Yeah,
For copyright and
I
trademark
think
and
that
ultimate-
that is getting into very much
Okay.
slavery
I
territory.
think
I
so.
think
Okay.
so.
You all thought she was the pleasant...
Isn't that why people have children though?
To do things.
Yeah.
Well,
What we're in older age.
no, in all seriousness, there was
I'm kidding.
actually an article, I think it was on the BBC. I was going to say that in an Australian accent then.
BBC.
It's on the
Bye.
BBC.
We've been comparing Australian accents, and of course mine is useless.
Yours is the best. His is the best, mate.
BBC.
Almost Russian.
Oh, Russian. That go. Yeah.
Oh, yes, we can do
Yeah.
Russian.
Does Russia own
Back of the
Australia
floor.
yet? It owns America, doesn't it? Does it own
Yes.
Australia yet?
It's hard to say BBC in Russian. BBC.
BBC. BBC.
BBC.
That's
French.
French. That's
BBC.
French. Yeah, I'm now in France. I'm travelling quickly
BBC.
around the
You're
globe.
teleporting all over the world.
Oh dear.
The teleporting voice.
But anyway, coming back.
There was an
Richard.
article, and it was about.
Oh, were you trying to say
getting
something?
I was. It was an article about getting children to do chores. Would you get your child to do chores for you or something?
Absolutely.
We were always given chores to do as children.
Absolutely, but it's part of, you know, it's only my own personal opinion, but the job of any parent, whether it be a parent of an animal, like a fox parent, because we were talking about vanilla, anyway, but also of a human parent, surely your primary job is to equip your offspring for independence.
Yeah.
Yes.
And part of equipping your offspring for independence is teaching them to do all those things we need to do as an independent adult. Cleaning, cooking, laundry, ironing clothes, tidying up after, taking responsibility for oneself. And certainly when I was a kid, we had our chores, of course we did.
Did you have a rota?
Oh,
no, we
didn't.
just had, but it's that
No.
idea of the kids shouldn't be all sitting on the sofa, feet up, with the parents whizzing around doing everything. They're not.
I think
they're not
that
princes
happens
and
a lot
princesses.
now. I mean,
Yeah.
we were. I mean, certainly, sort of cooking. Mum taught me a lot about cooking. Of course, I've learnt a lot since, and Richard learnt an awful lot about cleaning, didn't you? You used to do a lot of chores of cleaning and things like that.
My mum used to pay me to do the cleaning for her.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get paid. Did I?
This
I
was-
had pocket money.
But
this-
how did you get you earn your pocket money, don't you?
Well, I suppose I would be in the garden digging and helping Dad in
Yeah.
the garden, and in the house, I must admit I wasn't really taught a lot of cleaning.
Well,
Well,
yes. What about and laundry and ironing?
Oh no, laundry I can do. I'm perfect at laundry because I think it's really good to have clothes which are very similar colours because they tend to go together.
They can all just bleed
so I just
into
put
each
all
other
the
in the
clothes
wash.
into the thing and they
and
come out.
and then leave them in the washing machine for
Oh,
a
no,
day.
then get that funky
No,
smell.
For a day.
don't.
So they're also completely and utterly crinkled forever.
But then you get that funky smell as well, don't you?
Well, I think they've worked out you can leave them in the machine for 12 hours maximum.
Don't tell him that.
12 hours, 14
He doesn't
minutes.
do the
it
washing.
is.
I do the washing.
I don't do the washing. I used to do the washing, and
I
then
s-
Richard started accusing me of shrinking his clothes, where actually he was just getting larger. So I
You
don't
have
do the washing anymore.
ruined several new pairs of black jeans by not washing them inside out.
Yeah, they look
They
sort
get
of.
lines.
Yeah, I know, but they look sort of craggy and gorgeous then.
Shabby chic.
Shabby chic.
Oh, they
Well, people do pay for jeans that are already
grey.
ripped.
Yeah,
Grey.
yeah.
So
I don't get that. I mean, I really don't get that. I really don't
just
get
think
that.
there are people in factories all over the world ripping jeans. Once the jeans are made, they're nipping
absolutely. That's the thing. They make the jeans perfectly, then distress the jeans to
No.
then bring them back into a state so that they can be sold as
I've got some Tommy
Rubbish.
Hill
Fligler.
Hill flinging.
Hill
Figure.
What is it?
Figure.
Hill
That sounds
figure.
naughty.
Hill figure.
Tommy jeans that came ripped.
Yeah.
Ripped. Anyway,
Came
silence!
Oh,
Back to the list.
What have we been doing this week?
absolutely nothing.
Oh,
Well,
Oh,
not
I
me.
don't think
Not
that's
me.
true for you.
It's not true.
Busy.
Always busy.
Well,
I've been busy. It's the London Harvest Festival on Saturday, so you'll be seeing this and it will have been yesterday. And I've been doing a lot of editing of videos for that. And it's been rather enjoyable.
I don't know that bit.
And you can actually watch them all online
Oh, no, that's a different
today.
song.
I think they're ignoring me.
No, we're
doing the
doing
background
an
music.
we're doing an
No,
underscore.
that's not. That's an overtone. It's not an undertone.
We're
It's an overscoring.
No, if I gave you 10 out of 10, that would be overscoring.
Especially with mind you, we
What?
went to Vivi's, and I looked at her squash. Her squash leaves are all dying back. They look terrible, absolutely terrible. Some of ours are looking absolutely spectacular.
However,
Yeah.
where my leaves are all dying back, what is being revealed underneath?
The earth.
Squash.
Squash.
Well,
Actually,
yes.
squash.
Beautiful
Yes,
squash.
Are we still
Yeah.
recording, Paul?
Yes.
What have you got under your leaves, Paul?
Nothing.
Toads, frogs,
Yeah.
foxes,
A lot of wildlife.
hedgehogs, beetles.
Worms. Not squash,
So yeah, my foliage looks rubbish.
but your squash looks great.
So we've
Thank
gone
you,
off topic
darling.
again.
Oh, sorry.
Have we? All right.
But maybe the topic was boring.
What have we done this week?
We went to Vivi. And I said that we'd done a lot of.
Oh,
we'd
no,
done a
Harvest
lot of
Festival.
editing.
No, it was
Harvest
our fault.
Festival.
And then you
took
started
him off.
singing.
That-
You
but
were
that was the
talking
Harvest
about
Festival song.
So, Paul, tell the viewers where they can see these videos about London Harvest Festival.
So if you Google London Harvest Festival 2020, you'll go to a website and that will take you to the YouTube channel as well. You'll be able to go to a YouTube channel and on there you'll see a brief dawn tour of the allotment where I am.
Who is Dawn?
She's a distant cousin.
Okay.
So, will we be putting perhaps a card or a link in the description box for people to click on?
Yeah, in the description box we'll do London
Can we
Harvest
put a card in as
Festival.
well? We could put a card in
.org.uk.
to the video.
Won't the card go on my head? On my... No, I'm...
That doesn't matter, don't worry.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's
It might be a
temporary.
good thing.
It's temporary.
Might be a good thing.
So yes,
So,
there we are. It's
lovely.
been a busy week, but I was really looking forward to getting to the end of the week because right at the end of the week, Vivi goes back home, so that's fabulous.
Wow. So much for people's opinions. Huh? Anyway, how's your week been, Richard? Well, thank you very much for asking,
How's
Richard.
your week been, Richard?
I have been off work, which has meant
You've had a holiday.
I have actually had a holiday.
A little holiday.
A holiday.
A vacances.
En vacances.
En
A petit
vacances.
vacances.
Un petit vacances poulet. Un petit
With a
vacances
chicken?
poulet. Yeah.
A little chicken holiday.
Yeah.
What is it? Okay. So, Richard, how was your little chicken holiday?
My little chicken holiday was lovely, thank you. I spent 2 days of that little chicken holiday doing very little. Chicken little.
Chicken Little.
It's all linked
It's
in.
all linked back.
Oh, Mary Poppins Chicken Little. Penny Penny. Clucky
There was a
Lucky.
reason I
Lucky
said
Lucky.
poulet.
Foxy Woxy. Henny Penny.
You know the outcome of that story isn't good.
Well, they should learn to do a bit of work. You put the work in, you get some of the rewards.
What on their own?
If you're not
I don't
prepared to
know.
help and do the work, and I've
Foxy
got a different
Loxy
one.
comes along.
And eats them all.
Foxy Loxy lures them all
I'm sorry, I'm in
away.
a different story. I'm in the one where the hen wants help with gathering the corn, and she goes to each of the different farmyard animals to say, "Can you help me get the corn in?" They all go, "No, I'm too busy. No,
Is
I'm
that
too
Henny
busy."
Penny?
Is it? I don't know.
No.
But anyway, in the end, she works day and night and she gathers all the corn in. So there's these
Yeah.
sacks of beautiful, plump corn for them to eat all through the winter. And then all of them who haven't done the work, then they bowl up and say, "Oh, we have nothing to eat. Can we please have some of the corn?" And of course, her answer should be, "No, you didn't do any of the work. You didn't do any of the help." But because she's very gracious, she does share. But the lesson in it is, if you want the reward, the food, whatever it is, you've got to put
Work.
the work in.
Yeah.
And the work will go much more
Absolutely.
quickly if you work as a team.
Unless you're rich and you own lots of shares
Yeah.
and corporate thing, in which case you have to
And
do
chuck-
nothing and you
Just
still
chuck money at
benefit.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But Henny
I-
Penny,
Anyway,
we
chicken
watched
holiday.
that Golden Girls, didn't we? And I said I don't know Henny Penny. And
Well, they told you the
Chicken
story.
Little.
It's very simple. They're
Isn't
all
it
so
chicken licking?
chicken licking, turkey lurkey, henny penny,
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Chicken Little.
and foxy loxy.
Yeah. Foxy.
Anyway,
Oh no, that's Roxy, not Foxy.
anyway.
Roxy.
Yes, my week has been lovely.
I'm
My
so
little
glad
chicken
to hear
holiday
it.
has been lovely. Because I guess I could still be classed as a little chicken.
No.
Not a spring
No,
chicken.
definitely not. We were talking about this.
I'm 39.
Yeah. You're 39, but nobody looks at you and now thinks you're young.
That's the thing we were saying, weren't we, in the car?
We were
How
chatting.
when you get to our age, isn't it funny that
Cellophane.
nobody thinks you're young anymore?
But it's not because they don't think you're young, it's because they don't think about you at all. Because
'Cause we're
once you get
invisible.
over 40, you just become invisible. You know?
It's so
really
true.
sad.
It's so true. Richard said, when they look at us, do they think that, do they think, oh, they're not young or they're old? And we went, but don't even notice,
Not
actually.
even looking.
But that's fine.
Oh, that's brought the
absolutely
mood
fine.
down, hasn't
Oh
it?
God.
No, I don't think it has. I think this is all part of passing through life and
Yes.
the joy and the tribulations of passing through life. And actually, I quite like it.
Let us celebrate our invisibility. Because if you think about it, when you were a kid and asked what superpower would you like, how many of us would say invisibility? So now we have that superpower we always wanted, invisibility.
That's very true.
Let's
I
go and
didn't.
mess. Let's go and mess with people's lives.
You know what my answer to that was?
For a day.
What superpower can you have? It would always be to have 3 wishes per day.
Oh, but
Or
that's not a superpower.
You just
is
have
it?
one
Yes, it
wish.
is.
It's not a superpower.
Just have one wish to have everlasting wishes, numpty.
Oh no, there's a story about that.
It's
though.
Aladdin, isn't it?
It's Aladdin.
Can you
Yeah.
have that though? Do they allow
You have
that?
it.
Does magic allow that?
No, it doesn't.
There's a
Well, my first
built
wish
in-
would be make it possible that when I wish for everlasting wishes, that it actually happens.
Oh, she's
You've
clever.
got your wish.
She's clever.
You've got to be granted.
She's
I
clever.
don't think it would be good.
So, this week's special item is guess the word of the week.
Oh.
We have to guess the word of the week with clues given to us and compiled by Vivi.
What do you mean with clues? I never have clues.
Oh, I don't think you've got clues. I actually have 3 words.
How are we going to guess?
Well, that's
the word
what
of
I
the
do.
week?
You
But that's
guess
what Richard
it.
which Paul? Which one? Ant. That's what Deck does every week.
Am I ant?
You are an ant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't be Ant in Deck because it's always that way round,
Who's
isn't
got
it?
the bigger forehead?
Ant.
Right. First word.
First word begins with L. I'm kidding. Right, the first word of the week is, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, is lethologica.
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 L.
Oh.
It's not.
Lethologica.
Yeah, lethologica.
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 Lethologica. Break it into doodahs. Lethologica.
Leth. Is it somebody who's really clever but they have a lisp?
Letho. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Lethological.
I like
Oh,
the.
Paul,
the I
that's
like
making
the
fun
clever.
of somebody with a speech impediment.
No, it's not.
Don't do that.
Lethological.
Litho.
Litho is
Litho is printing.
printing.
Letho is
Printing.
Oh.
Printing.
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 I've got no.
Shall I tell you?
No.
Is it
Oh.
the
Oh, I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue.
the
I'll
act
give you a
of
clue.
reading?
So last night we were discussing books and we were trying to come up with our top 10 authors, top 10 books. And Richard and I were thinking about this same book and we could not remember the title.
Oh.
I remembered that it was 5 letters long, that it started with M and ended with S, but I still couldn't get there. So this, lethologica,
It's the process of working out,
was what we were suffering from last night.
the process of not being able to remember something.
Yeah.
The process of not being able to put things together.
Shall I tell you?
Yeah.
It is the inability to remember a particular word or name.
Really?
So it's a particular word that you can't remember.
I suffer from that a lot then.
So you suffer with lethologica.
I do.
Oh, as in...
It's a good word, isn't it?
I like that.
Leth. What's the root of...
Letho. I don't know.
Well, leth is
Lex.
less. That's where we come from. Leth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like lexicography, but it's not. It's lethicography.
Yeah.
Leth or more.
Left or more? Would you like
More
one
or
more?
less?
Would you like? I've
Yes.
got two more.
Yes. Two more. Two more.
Go
One
on.
more.
I'm
One
excited.
more. Second one. Second one.
So your second
I'm gonna
word
get
of the
this
week
one.
is abulia.
What?
Abulia or abulia. A-B-U-L-I-A.
Abulia.
Is it
Abulia.
something
Abulia.
to do with ebullient?
No.
No. Abulia.
Abulia.
Is it
Abulia.
something? It's nothing to do with washing.
Washing.
Oh, ablutions.
So
No.
it could have been a derivative of that.
Ablutions. Shall I give you a clue?
Yes.
There was quite a bit of this going on this morning.
What?
Stroking a pussy.
That did go on this morning.
In the garden, it was a cat.
Yeah, it was a cat.
This beautiful little grey cat.
Little
Oh.
cat.
Oh, this
What
no, this
time-
this is this
what
we
time
we
was
are
it going
we are
on?
abulia-ing right now.
Oh, is
Talking
it
about nothing.
No.
Talking about rubbish.
talking
No.
about something?
Talking
No.
about something.
I'm gonna have to tell them one
Planning.
time. Shall I tell you?
Talking without reason. Talking without lemons.
Someone make a decision on this. What is the answer? And that's another clue.
Talking without
Questions.
coming to an answer.
Asking questions.
Shall I tell you?
Yeah.
An inability to act decisively.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's good, isn't it?
That's
So-
a good one.
What would be the
But
verb?
why
I don't know. I didn't do much research. I was given this homework at the very last minute.
She
Abuliated.
was
She was abuliating.
Abulate. What is it?
Abulia. Abulia.
Abulated. She
Abu-
abulated.
Eated.
E-I-A.
L-I-A at the end. So it would be
L-I-A-T-E did.
abuliated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
lovely. How exciting.
And your very last
Gosh.
word of the week, well, it's actually
Abulation.
trois mots de la
Trois.
semaine. It's 3 words of the week.
3 words.
You like this one? This one, I'm sure many of you will be able to work out. Ergophobia. Ergophobia.
Fear of handles.
Where do you get handles
Where do you
from?
get handles from ergo?
Ergonomic.
Oh, go with that.
Ergonomic. So
A fear of
ergonomic.
smooth things.
Fear of touching something.
No.
Like a mouse.
It's not really a
Not a
fear
mouse.
though, is it? It's
Phobia. It's a phobia.
Yeah, but is that a fear? It's
Yeah.
That's
is it?
it.
A phobia is fear. Fear of things that
What is it again?
you can't hold.
Ergophobia. No.
Fear of something.
That would be a weird phobia. A fear of
Ergonomics.
things you can't hold. Like I've got a fear of air because I can't hold it.
Have you?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh dear.
So,
Ergo.
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 Fear of
Therefore I
something.
am.
Fear of not being able to grip something.
No.
No.
Well, that'd be the same as holding something.
Ergo.
Ergonomics. Well, the ergonomics are about the layout of something, isn't it? In general.
In order to achieve what?
Into-
When we go
in
into
order to do something.
Going somewhere.
So the ergonomics of a desk are
Yeah.
how the desk is laid out.
in
a
order
fear
to
of
what?
spat at you.
I know.
It's moisturising.
Social bubble. It's all right. We can exchange.
A fear of not being able to get anywhere.
No. I think I'm
A
going to have
fear
to
of-
tell
a
them.
fear of organisation.
Well, if you think about ergonomics, it's all about
How you fit something.
making work more smooth,
Yeah.
getting on with work,
A
the
fear of something
functionality.
being unsmooth.
No.
A fear of
You're
something not
grasping at
being
nothing.
functional.
Sonia. Shall I tell you?
Yeah.
Please do.
It's an irrational fear of work.
Oh.
Wouldn't that just be work phobia?
Yeah, an aversion to work. So I think we all have experienced people who have ergophobia.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, God.
Yeah, plenty.
Yeah.
Why are you so scared of working?
I love a good work.
It's back to the gathering of the corn, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Don't be
It
afraid
is.
to work because you'll be rewarded.
But don't you love doing a good job at something? If I'm going to do a job, you try and do the best you can at that time.
Defo.
But some people, sadly, are affected by things like physical and mental illness.
Of course, but I'm not talking about
But
those
you
kind
wouldn't
of
even
people.
try, would you?
I'm talking about the people who just can't get off their bottoms and backsides to do things.
Boondogglers.
So
Boondogglers.
boondogglers. Best word ever.
I think that's my word of the year, boondogglers.
Yeah, definitely. When did you start doing a word of the week?
Oh, I don't know. It goes far,
I think it was
far back into
1833.
distant history.
Actually, there should probably be a word now for word of the week.
What do you mean? A collective word for the act of doing word of the week?
Yes. Somewhat. At least that stumped him. Listen. Oh,
Literalocution.
What?
Literalocution.
there was a beautiful moment where you were both thinking, and for once, we all had peace on Sunday again.
No, I'm just looking at the tree.
Very continue. Oh.
Literalocution.
Yes.
Let's
Just
have
thinking we
that.
need to chop
That
that
can
out.
do that.
Literalocution.
Literalocution.
That sounds like you've stuck your tongue in a socket. I've had no literalocution.
Well, it's sort of
Are you
words
gonna gag?
and elocution.
Yeah.
It doesn't work, Paul. Let's
It
drop it
does
right now.
work.
It's far too wordy. What's the...
I'm going to use it next time I do an
I
interview.
wonder,
right.
what is the word, what is the official word for something that's like a tongue twister?
A tongue twister, that's the
Ooh.
official word.
You know,
yeah, like so.
or a word that is hard
it'd
to
be like
say.
a linguid tautology. You know, that's what you want.
Yeah.
There must be a
word
word
that is hard to say.
There must be a word for tongue twister that's not tongue twister.
Actually, no, that's not right, is it? Because a tongue twister is actually a group of words, isn't it? It's a passage.
Yes, but the word tongue. You use tongues in the fire.
Tongue
It's a tongue.
twister.
Your tongue twister. Instead of saying, "Oh, do you know any tongue twisters?" you would say, "Do you know any linguitautolies?"
Linguitautology.
Linguini tautologies.
So it would be a
Linguini
different
tautology.
word for tongue.
That's when you're speaking about pasta, that's getting all mixed up.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
quick, get on your Googles
Come up with something.
and
Get on your Googles.
And
On
put
your
it-
marks, get set, Google!
put it in the description box, and the first person to do it is really clever.
Yeah.
Doesn't win anything.
Yeah.
No, that's why I said that.
I know.
Don't
I know.
introduce the word win because
I was
people
just
will have an
clarifying. I was just clarifying.
Yeah. So, on to food.
Are we?
What have you been eating this week?
Yes, what was your entire menu this week?
Monday morning was bran flakes.
Did you have a particularly successful cooking session this week, either of you,
Well-
that you would like to share with the beautiful
Well,
viewers?
we've reached that point in the year, Vivi, where we're all gagging for...
Oh.
Not that kind of gagging, the good gagging. That's retching, isn't it? The good gagging for beautiful, hearty, wholesome, warming,
Steamy.
stodgy, steamy, gorgeous
Ice cream!
foods. Ice cream.
Sorry, Karen.
Last night, Richard
I made a
made
stew.
an amazing
simple stew. Simple. In the Instant Pot.
Yeah, fabulous.
It's
What
quick,
did you put in it?
quick, easy, tasty. 2 types of beans, vegetable stock, and a variety of seasonal vegetables. Carrots, potatoes. Are they seasonal? Yeah. Carrots, potatoes,
Roasted tomatoes!
roasted tomatoes
Roasted
from the
tomatoes.
freezer, roasted peppers.
Oh,
No, they weren't roasted.
No, frozen
Frozen peppers.
peppers.
Frozen peppers.
That were from Vivi's plant seeds.
Yeah,
not from
from
my
my
garden.
plants.
I gave the seeds to Paul. He
seeds.
grew them. Paul
Grew them.
harvested them, put them in the freezer. Richard took them out and cooked them. Gorge.
So we had that, but
Oh.
what do we have it with?
Well, I said to Paul, I've got a fabulous new idea.
Oh, or Barigmas.
Well, actually, it's not a new idea. My mum used to do this. Instead of making a pie, she would just do a plate of pastry, short crust pastry.
And it sounds
Poap.
random.
Poap.
Plate of... No, pop.
Pastry on a plate.
Oh, a plate, yeah.
Poap.
So she'd do a poap. Doesn't work, Paul. Tried it. Let's move on.
It's working for me. I like it.
So we had pastry on a plate.
Poor child.
So I made
Are we still
pastry.
recording?
I made pastry with flour, olive oil, salt and pepper.
Poap. A poap.
It's a pope on a plate, isn't it?
I think
You're a
poap.
poap.
I was telling the story and you poapped me.
You're interrupting my recipe.
What was pastry on a plate? What's to tell?
Well, you said
But
it was lovely.
It's to have with your meal.
So rather than
Bread.
rather than making a
or
whole pie, rather than doing a whole pie in the oven, you can do
A poap.
some mush in a pot on the top of the stove. Do your pastry separately. Put them together when you come to serve.
And it
Dead
was good.
simple.
It worked.
lovely.
It worked. And actually, the pastry was really tasty. Paul.
It was.
yes,
it
the
was good.
pastry was actually
It was
nicest part of
very
the whole meal.
tasty.
How did you make the pastry, Paul?
I made the
Usual
pastry with flour, olive oil, salt and pepper, and a bit of bouillon powder.
And then did you spread it onto a plate to make it
Oh.
a power?
and water, and then I rolled it out,
Mm.
popped it on the plate.
Made a right mess in the kitchen at the same time.
I did not. That's
You did.
so unfair.
Flour everywhere.
There wasn't.
That kitchen was spotless yesterday.
Yeah, and then you started cooking yourself.
I
and
think
then
you'll find
it
I
stopped.
cooked in a very, very organised way.
I think you're. What happened to all of the peelings?
I put them in a bag on the top.
Yeah, what happened after that? What did you do
I
with
left
that
them
bag?
there.
You left them there for somebody else to take away.
For you to take away. I didn't expect
For
Vivi
me
to do it.
to take away.
I'm not going to do it.
It was lovely. It was very lovely, tasty, warm, hearty, yummy, gorgeous meal. And also, the lovely thing about doing the instant pot, is that what
yeah.
it's called, is the inner part of it, pull up on the middle of the table, and then everyone can just dive in and share together. Perfect.
Lovely. So that was
It was lovely,
nice.
thank you.
That
Oh,
was
you're
nice. Yes, the
welcome.
pastry was
Anytime.
particularly nice.
The
Anytime.
pastry was the best bit. The poap.
So,
I think Poat's really good.
yeah, well, you
I'm
would.
liking it. I think it's going to stick.
I think
But
it's
not
going to
to the
stick.
actual plate.
Not to the plate though.
It's really sticking on me, I
Right.
can tell you.
it's sticking. on you.
Cough from
Yeah.
laughing.
Oh, you're right, love.
Do you need another bit of drink?
Do you want a drink?
Bye.
Carry on. Okay, so, Paul, are we still recording?
Are we
Yes.
still recording?
Paul, what have we been watching on television this week? Actually, no, Vivi, what have you been watching on television this week?
Well, mostly I have been not watching but listening.
Well, you don't have a TV, you watch online, don't
The
you?
Tour de France has been on,
Mm.
as you know. So I've been listening to a lot of that. That's been fun. And I've talked about on my...
So what do they do? Can I just...
They cycle.
Being somebody who doesn't ever watch or listen to sport, I mean, do you listen to sport? That's my question. What happens?
Do you
Do you just hear the bicycles going around?
No, you pair of numpties.
What?
So, the,
And
no.
I don't
And you
know
hear
how
them
to
going,
do it.
gobble,
Do they have
gobble,
Well,
gobble?
you're
mics on
listening to
them?
you're listening to the commentary team.
Oh.
So the commentators are
I'm saying
watching
there's some
it.
bikes going past. And
Yes,
there's
This
people.
bike has got 2 wheels.
that's
This is-
exactly what
this
they
is
say.
That
Okay.
bike has got 2
And that's why I
wheels.
tune in for up to 5 hours every day to listen to them talk about how many wheels there are on the bicycle.
So is this also how you listen to tennis?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Except they don't talk about wheels in tennis. So in tennis they'll say, oh, you know, amazing passing shot down the line. Oh, she's retrieved it. She's amazingly, and she's returned with a drop she's dropped her at the. No, she can. Oh, she's there. An overhead smash. Oh, just out.
So
15 love.
if they're saying she,
Yeah.
and it's two women singles, and they're saying
Well,
she.
maybe I'll say the name
How
of the
do you
player.
know? Oh, right. Okay.
They'll say, Anne Williams has retrieved it. Brilliant. That's my Dan Maskell, not quite. No, they'll say the name
So
of
they
the...
give a detailed commentary on exactly what's going on.
Yes. So
I
with
think
the song-
I think I'd just rather hear the puck of the ball
I've
and
never-
spinning of the
hear it.
wheels.
I've never watched or listened to any sport,
I think...
so I
Cricket. What happens with cricket? The same
well,
thing.
the same thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? Didn't
So you
they
can
have...
watch, but the main thing is, it's the
picture.
commentators. The commentators bring it to life
Yeah.
for us.
So if I do some video of me
No.
gardening,
Mm.
then
I could do a
Richard
commentary.
could do a commentary
Like,
on the gardening.
and I'm sure many people have seen this. Andrew Cotter, who's a sports presenter and commentator.
Oh, I know him
During
well. I had
lockdown-
a drink with him the other day.
Right, okay.
Shut up.
So during lockdown, he had no sport to commentate on, and he was going.
Oh, he did
so,
his
so he does
family.
his dogs.
Dogs,
He
that's
commentates
right.
on the dogs, and Mabel's going in for the steal. She's the veteran athlete here. She's experienced. Will she get the bone first? And oh no, the youngster Olive. I got them wrong way around, Mabel. The youngster Mabel. She's come in, and at the last minute, she's snatched the bone, and she's away. She's today's winner. So you see, you can commentate on anything and make it interesting.
I'm going to do that for my next pruning video.
There we
I
go.
think.
Good.
Yes.
Exactly. But I just want to say as well, what I have been watching is this Dennis thing.
And
Dennis the Menace.
No,
Yes.
Dennis Nielsen. Dennis Nielsen.
Dennis
the
Nielsen.
serial, the famous
That's
serial
David
killer.
Tennant, isn't it?
Yeah.
So maybe we could start a new thread. Who's your favourite serial killer?
Okay, let's not go. It's not funny. But no, I should. So it was interesting to watch. I think when we watch these things, we have to be really careful to remember, especially this is it's based on a real life scenario.
It's a dramatisation.
It's a dramatisation
Yeah.
of a real life scenario. We have to fundamentally keep reminding ourselves and keep remembering that there are real families affected
Yeah.
and real
Yeah.
people's lives are lost.
Absolutely.
Take that on board, setting it aside.
Yeah.
David Tennant's performance, amazing, just staggering. I honestly thought I wouldn't buy into him being a serial killer because I like him, he's the Doctor. He's the Doctor, isn't he? As in Doctor Who. But within seconds of watching, he was chilling.
I mean, people do genuinely have fascinations with serial killers, don't they? I mean, it's actually a big business,
It
Yeah.
is a big business,
isn't
yeah.
it? In
There are
terms of
magazines, there are
books.
monthly magazines, aren't they? Serial
Serial
Killer
Killer
Monthly.
Weekly.
I think it's because we all
Are they two
desperately want to
magazines?
understand.
Weekly and monthly.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Disney haven't done Jack the Ripper on Ice yet. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine?
Yeah, but Beauty and the Beast is
Oh.
sort of. I mean,
It's not a
that's
serial killer. That's
no,
not
but
real.
he
He enslaved
entices
he
her
kidnaps
into
her.
his castle
He
But he
keeps her
doesn't
prisoner.
kill
and
her.
keeps her prisoner.
No, but there's
And then
a
Angela Lansbury comes
Stockholm
along.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Angela Lansbury comes along and
As
sings
a
a song
teapot.
as Teapot, and everybody's happy again.
Or even the cups and the candlesticks in that place have got Stockholm syndrome.
Mm.
So no, I think it is. I think we are. I think a lot of us deep down somewhere are interested, fascinated, and I think it's the combination of. I think we're desperate to understand how can someone be like
Yeah.
that, but I think also as human beings,
Mm.
I think we all know that we're all capable somewhere of having that kind of real black thought,
Dark
that
thought.
Yeah.
that really evil part in any of us, but we work really hard every day to not
Oh,
be
yeah.
that. To not be that, of course.
Oh yeah, I work really hard every day not to kill somebody.
But yeah, I think the psychology is what fascinates us
Yeah.
all. So it's not about glorifying these people, not at all. But if she's back. If you haven't seen it, do watch it on. I think it's ITV Player. Is it called?
ITV Player.
ITV
yeah.
Player. You can
ITV Hub.
ITV Hub.
Hub.
You can watch it. It's in 3 parts. It was 3 hours, but without all the adverts, it's probably more like 2 hours. Really interesting watch. Fantastic ensemble acting.
Well,
there we are.
Thank you very
There
much.
we are. Thank you for that review.
recommendation.
Oh, who's that? I'm like Nina Mishkov.
Don't
Do
go
you
out
remember
of
in-
shot.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you remember in the 80s, because I got pink on, wasn't
Yeah.
she a TV critic?
She was, yes.
And she's
Nina-
quite a big lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In pink. I've turned into Nina Mishkov.
Hopefully not with the same political tendencies and things. I
Oh,
think
no,
they
is
were
she
a
a
bit
bit-
odd, weren't they?
Is she a
think
bit?
so.
Is she a bit that way rather than that
I
way?
think so.
Oh.
Was she?
Anyway,
She was
what
on
a-
New Faces as well, wasn't she? Do you remember?
Oh, I need a new face.
You've got a new face, somebody
Oh,
said
yeah,
the other
apparently.
day.
Apparently, I'm not degenerating. What's the word?
De-wrinkling.
I'm
De-wrinkling.
de-wrinkling. Oh, honestly, I'm
it's
not.
called ironing.
They're still there. They're still there. It's just called really tight ponytail.
So, Paul, we've finished Away
We have.
with Hilary Swank
And lots of other people.
and lots of other actors. It turned out better.
The last four
Actually,
episodes
what's
were
that?
good.
Was that something?
No,
Was I seeing things?
it's parallel universe. You were just trying to interrupt me again as I was speaking, that's all.
Sorry, I do apologise.
Away, the last four episodes were good.
They were.
But there's still a whole load of questions that I have about whether certain things that happened were possible. Because anyway, watch it, and we might speak about something in a week or so.
Yeah.
But there were various things that happened to get them out of situations, and I thought, actually, if they did that, wouldn't it actually kill them? So,
Lovely.
yeah.
Paul, what are you talking about?
Away.
Away.
Where can
People
people?
in s-
Where can people watch
So,
Away?
Away is on Netflix. That's Netflix. A video
Accompanied
streaming
by
service.
Netflix.
Yeah, it is
It's on
accompanied by Netflix.
It's on Netflix, and it's about a mission to Mars, Vivi. That's Mars, the planet, not the chocolate confectionery.
Oh. Ooh, what were rigmarole again? I need to go on a mission to Mars.
Do you know that they're calling, is it Snickers Marathon again?
Snickers are going back to marathon.
Snickers are going back to marathon.
And is Sif going to go back to Jif?
I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
about
know about
that.
that.
And a Starburst going to go back to Opal Fruits.
Fruits.
Made to make your mouth water.
water.
I thought Opal Fruits stopped making Opal Fruits. I
No.
didn't realise they'd become Starburst.
Opal Fruits.
Oh.
Made to make your mouth water.
But they're very plastic, aren't they?
No, it's chewy.
Do you remember the
Chewy.
mint version of Opal Fruits?
Yeah.
What were they called?
Pacers.
Pacers. I love
Oh, yeah.
Pacers.
Let's.
Oh, and cola flavoured Spangles.
I love
Spangles.
spangles. What was your favourite colour spangle?
Cola.
What, the brown ones?
It was kind of browny red.
Yeah, I like the green ones.
Oh no, I don't like green
Mm.
sweets or anything. It's always lime and.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I love
Chocolate
lime.
limes, though, no.
Oh no.
Chocolate limes, do you
Oh,
remember
no.
those?
What's that?
No.
What's that
What was
sweet
your
you
favourite?
get?
What was your favourite sweet?
That's chocolate.
Do you
In the
remember when we were
70s.
when we were children? There were sweet shops
Yeah.
with
Proper sweet
rows
shops.
and rows of jars.
Love it.
and
Oh,
jars.
cola cubes.
Cola cubes.
Sherbet
love them.
pips.
Oh,
What's
sherbet
that
pip, the
now?
little tiny ones.
Yeah.
Cherry lips.
Cherry lips. Oh my
Don't know
goodness.
them.
Little
Um,
tiny lips.
I wasn't allowed things like that because I was too fat anyway.
Bullseyes, which were aniseed,
Bullseyes,
like they were aniseed
lovely.
boiled sweets.
Oh, those balls, and they had a
Bullseyes.
little bit of
Red,
aniseed
yeah,
in the middle.
and,
Gobstoppers.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Ooh,
used to
gobstoppers, yeah.
Somebody at school
Sherbet
choked
dip
on a
dabs.
gobstopper.
Sherbet fountain.
Sherbet
Stop
fountain with the licorice.
Licorice. Loved
Lovely.
that. Oh, how about the little alphabet letters? They were like made from rock. Oh, they were gorgeous. I loved alphabet letters. Dolly mixtures. I loved dolly mixtures.
I know, sweets of the 70s.
And poppets.
Poppets. What were poppets?
Oh, poppets in the little cardboard box. Little cardboard
Caramel,
box.
chocolatey things.
A toffee. There was
That
a
was
peanut. There was a
raisins.
peanut one, a raisin one, a
Oh.
mint one, a fruity one. Little cardboard box in the cinema. And you pushed the little card flap in and went and necked them in
No,
the
you
pictures.
didn't. Not all in one go.
What were the ones?
Yeah.
What were the ones in a packet like that, but with different flavoured centres? Chocolate balls with different.
You mean like Revels?
Were they different flavours?
I love Rebels.
Were they different flavours?
So you get an orange one,
A
a
Malteser
coffee
one.
one, a
Yeah,
Malteser,
yeah.
a toffee.
Red-
And they were cut
Yes.
open on the packet and had different colours in the middle.
And what I'm really happy, this is very exciting news, everybody. I'm not a big sweetie eater, but I do love my Revels. But for years, they also had, so they're all chocolate covered, you don't really know what
Which
you're going to
one?
get inside. Apart from the Maltese, because it's big, the rest are all small.
And there was sometimes a runt.
What?
There was sometimes a
Some of
runt.
them were raisins, but some of them were peanuts. And peanuts are a savoury food. They should not be in a bag of sweeties. But because of all the peanut allergies that people have, they've taken the peanuts out.
Yeah.
So now you can shove your hand in your bag of Rebels, get 10 in one go, chuck them in with no fear of a surprise peanut or two.
But you're not a sweetie eater.
But when I do, I really do. You know, if you don't do something very often, when you do it, do it.
You see, I love Maltesers. I adore Maltesers. But I
Do you suck
I
it?
do
Do you
remember.
suck the chocolate off and then let it?
Oh yeah, totally.
quickly-
Melt
or do
in
you-
your mouth. No,
Yeah.
yeah. Roll it around in your mouth, get all the chocolate off, and then
Oh, no.
that honeycomb sort of melts.
And
That's
it kind
what
of
I do.
it sort of dissolves almost with little sparkles. Oh yeah.
But I remember
Yeah,
I
ooh.
remember watching the Towering Inferno in the cinema, and just a really sort of tense bit. This is when I was quite young. I dropped my box of Maltesers. they bounced down the aisle.
Is that a worse disaster than the actual fire?
Oh, it wasn't that. It was the Medusa touch. With
Richard Burton.
Richard Burton, that's what it was, the Medusa touch. And it's when he was, when he did the plane.
So I've got a question for you. Did you get on all fours and go and retrieve all your Maltesers?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
So for the next screening, everybody that walked in to get their seats was going crunch, crunch,
No,
crunch.
I did. I must admit, I thought I want, because people, you either sat in the front row or you didn't, if you see what I mean. And then obviously cinemas weren't always full like they aren't now. And I did wonder whether the cleaners at the end of the day would go along and pick up all the Maltesers and eat them themselves.
Or just put them back
I
in a
don't know.
box
Or
and
put them in a-
resell them.
And resell them then. The next day, if you got a box of Maltesers
With
that didn't have
fluff.
that cellophane on,
And they were slightly fluffy, and occasionally gritty, and occasionally hairy.
Oh no, don't.
Oh.
Never again.
oh dear, yeah.
Anyway, let's put that one to bed.
Oh, I adore Maltesers.
Yes, well, you're not having any.
Are we going to have your chocolate
Are we going to have your
buttons?
chocolate buttons? Are we going to have your birthday buttons?
What chocolate buttons are those?
The ones I gave you last week for your birthday.
What, that tiny packet of chocolate buttons?
It was a giant packet of giant buttons.
Still think that's in the drawer?
Have you been midnight eating?
He hasn't been up at midnight, he's just been eating, I think.
Say goodbye.
So when Paul is on the
right.
allotment,
Oh dear.
Say goodbye.
you go to your drawer.
Well, I've been popping cherries at the allotment.
What?
Yeah. So that's sort of the same thing,
I don't
isn't
think
it?
that's the right expression.
No,
Oh,
you
is
can't
it?
say that.
No,
What?
You can't say poppy.
It's a
Cherry
euphemism.
tomatoes.
That's a euphemism.
Oh no, yeah, oh. Well, no, I have been eating
I don't think you've ever
cherries,
popped it.
cherry tomatoes at the allotment, and I haven't been bringing them home. So I'll allow you your selfish indulgence of you eating the present that I gave you for your birthday.
Well, yeah, it was
The
my present.
massive present. I did get it on offer.
Look, I'll level with you. It said on the packet, giant chocolate buttons. Now, I don't know about you, but when I expect a giant chocolate button, I expect something that looks like a Jubilee coin. Huh?
A disc
oh
of
yeah,
chocolate.
disc
Yeah.
of chocolate. Yeah.
But they weren't. They were like double the size. That was it.
But do you
Oh,
know what?
that's
That's probably the size they were in the 70s, and they've shanked them in the meantime. Stinky.
Wagon wheels.
Yeah.
Wagon
Oh,
wheels
wagon
used to be the
wheels.
size of your head.
Yeah.
They didn't, because
Absolutely
you were tiny.
the size of your head.
Because you were little.
And now wagon wheels are tiny.
Cream eggs have definitely shrunk.
Oh,
Because I used to be able to get my tongue
cream
right
eggs.
the way in to scoop out the cream.
Oh.
And I can't anymore. He's like, he's like to pop the whole thing in.
Have you had a caramel egg?
Oh, that does
Oh,
me.
There's a
like, do you remember the
caramel.
caramel bunny in the adverts?
Oh, no.
I
Anything
love
that
caramel.
sweet.
Oh, caramel.
Anything that sweet is disgusting.
Yeah.
Caramel.
Caramel. I love it as well.
Anyway,
Oh,
we're going now.
We need to go to the sweetie shop now.
Proper nougat I like, but
Ooh.
not that
Oh,
sloppy,
Nougat.
sloppy
Nougat.
thing.
No.
No, not cream eggs. I can't
Oh, I
stand
love
them.
it. Love a bit of fondant.
He loves them. Absolutely
I
adores
love
Do you
them.
remember those
cream
little
egg.
Father Christmas fondants?
No.
Did you not have those?
No.
On the tree?
Oh, no. Oh, we did.
Oh,
I'm making
I
up
got
for lost time
some.
with chocolates.
I bought somebody some members fondants once.
some what?
Fondant members.
Some male members.
Penis chocolates.
Yeah.
With a soft
You can say
centre.
penis.
Yeah.
You can.
Can I say penis?
Penis.
Oh yes, look, I can say penis.
Yeah,
Look.
you can. It's like that penis pasta you can buy as well.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
do you remember that?
You can buy
Yeah.
booby pasta too.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, I've not seen that.
I don't want.
Boobs.
But no, I remember the person was
I don't want
absolutely
penises
revolted
in my pasta
by.
either. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
No, I don't think I will.
I think this
We'll move on.
conversation
We'll
is
move on.
descending into chaos, and in actual fact, we've got to the end of the list.
No.
Oh.
Yep, we're at the end of the list.
Well,
Really?
fortunately, I have another list.
No, you don't.
Oh.
Oh.
I do have a thank you.
A final thank you.
Look at that. You see that?
There, it'll go out of focus, Paul.
It's a sheep.
A sheep key ring.
A sheep key ring. So thank you, Sam. Sam actually got this in Cornwall. Sam's a friend from Guernsey that now lives over in the UK and has done for longer than I've lived here. And yeah, she got this in
Sweet.
Cornwall on a recent visit. So thank you, Sam.
Is that all she spent on you?
This was £160.
It's real sheep wool.
It's a real sheep.
It's real.
It's a miniature
It's a
sheep.
little pocket pet sheep.
But it's so cute. It's got such a good face on it. You need to take a photo. I would like you to take a photo of that, so that I can pop it on Planet
You can have it as your
Vegetarian.
profile picture. We'd recognise it instantly.
I'm going to put
face.
my allotment keys on there. I think.
Oh,
Silence!
that's very sweet. Very thoughtful, Sam.
Doesn't
Just
listen to
ignores
silence.
No.
Completely.
Hello, silence, my old friend.
Oh no, copyright.
I'm not going to do any more of the song.
That's good, because if you do, you will
I
get a
know.
copyright strike on our channel.
Thank you.
So, that's it from Witchy Poo,
And
did we
scratchy
do
poo.
this?
Sheepy Poo.
Yeah, we've done everything.
We've done it. Done it all.
Have we done everything?
Done it all.
Just check.
So, all that remains for us three,
We three troubles.
Witches.
I was more thinking
Witches.
of when will we
When
three-
shall we three meet again in thunder,
Yeah.
lightning, and in rain?
Yes.
Yeah.
When the hurly-burly's done.
And we all go out
There's
for
no
a
copyright
currant
on
bun.
Shakespeare, so you're all right
Oh,
there.
fantastic.
Yeah, you could sing that.
Fie, unknit those untamed brows. Dot not those scornful glances
Are
at
you
thy
saying
husband,
he
thy
has
king, thy
untamed
governor.
brows?
So that's it before it descends into complete and utter chaos, as if it hasn't already.
Oh, can I just say one thing?
Yes.
Just on the Shakespeare thing.
Yes.
Oh my god, how much are we all loving Captain Picard
Oh,
doing
yeah,
his sonnets?
Oh, what's his name?
Picard,
what's his
Stewart. Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
That's his name, isn't it?
Stuart
Yeah,
Little.
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chicken
that's it.
Little.
Doing his sonnets every day.
Oh,
I
brilliant,
have
yeah.
adored them. And now that he's got his rescue dog
Yes, I saw
Yeah.
in
that.
with him, oh, it's so beautiful. Anyway, carry on saying goodbye. I'm just going to think about the lovely Patrick Stewart moulding and modulating those beautiful words of Shakespeare. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely, more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. Say goodbye. Because I can't remember the rest of the
Thank you. Bloody thank you for joining
Can't
us
remember the
today
rest.
on the sofa with our new housekeeper.
Right.
Danvers, not Mrs. Just Danvers.
I think it's lunchtime now, Danvers.
Yeah. What are we having?
Bye. I'm going to go and get the lunch on. Right, off I
Yeah.
go.
So, bye for now. Take care. Toodle pip. Toodaloo. Bugaboo.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
We'll be there in 10 minutes for lunch.
Cook, bitch. Bye for now.